Today's crypto news updates are going to be pretty straightforward. We're following developments with 3 altcoins, 2 of which have made massive moves in these last 24 hours. And then the third one was just listed on some top tier exchanges, and so deservedly so, it's getting a lot of attention. Okay, the first of the coins that we're looking at today is RUNE, R-U-N-E. This is the token of Thorchain. Now, RUNE has gained 75% over the past week or so, and about 12% in the last 24 hours. That is to say, it's up 12% over the last day. Why is this happening, and is this a good time to either enter or exit a position in RUNE? Look, in this video, we're not going to get into what Thorchain is specifically, but if that's something that you want to familiarize yourself with, check out this video that's playing now. A link should be popping up. I'll also include one in the description of this video. So go back and check this out. This is actually from about a year ago, but it explores and explains Thorchain in detail. Okay, let's talk about the Thorchain token RUNE and why it pumped the way it did. Reason number one, there are a lot of whales seemingly popping up left and right that are pumping up the value of RUNE. And just a few hours ago, $4 million worth of RUNE was purchased. Reason number two, the price surge could very well be fueled by a surge in social volume, because RUNE's social volume rose by 4,300% between August 7th and August 13th. And this is probably due to the recent integration of Cosmos and Avalanche, so it's getting a lot of buzz. Okay, but am I buying or not? Here are the risks and the opportunities. First of all, it has to be said that RUNE has taken a pretty big hit over these last 18 months. And yes, while it has recovered slightly, it's been underperforming compared to its peers so far this year. That's definitely the case. However, Thorchain's token is sensitive to liquidity. And as the liquidity in Thorchain grows, so too does the value of RUNE, which is programmed to correspondingly increase. Now, liquidity in Thorchain has been declining in recent months, but there is an upcoming lending feature, which could give the project's liquidity a huge push. And that, of course, could translate into a massive rally for RUNE. Now, although the team has done a commendable job of delivering on their roadmap, the community still lacks the interest in its value proposition. And again, the performance has not been that strong over these last 18 months. I believe personally that RUNE is a risky investment right now, so I'm actually holding off, at least until we see more stable signs of a true upward reversal. Okay, the next project making major headlines in these last few days and these last 24 hours has been Hedera, whose token is HBAR. Now, HBAR served 16% as FedNow added Hedera micropayment project drop to its service provider showcase. And really, when this kind of stuff happens, the market can't ignore that kind of adoption. It's big news. But there is something more going on that suggests HBAR is a pretty good bag to hold. The opportunities are as follows. So first of all, this FedNow listing clearly suggests the growing interest in distributed ledger technology by the Fed. And then news of the development has pushed the value of Hedera Network's native HBAR token up by about 15% on Monday. Am I buying right now or not? Hedera is the only major public blockchain to make use of the Hashgraph consensus algorithm and can achieve transactions per second in the tens of thousands, really all amid very, very low latency. So it's quite impressive. And as Hedera's blockchain integrates with the traditional US financial system via the FedNow instant payment service, network activity will likely continue to grow, probably exponentially. And so this makes HBAR a great investment for the upcoming cycle, in my opinion. Okay, and finally here we're looking at SEI, whose mainnet is now live, and the native token launched on several Tier 1 exchanges today. It's up at the time of this recording 2,233% within just a few hours of listing. SEI is a trading-focused Layer 1 blockchain. It offers lightning-fast transaction finality. We're talking 600 milliseconds here. This rivals centralized exchanges and even surpasses existing DEXs. At present, SEI has over 200 teams building on it and more than 7.5 million unique wallets. That's a lot. And consider even before the mainnet launch, which just happened today, this was the number that we were talking about. So very, very impressive stats. SEI launched on several major exchanges, like I mentioned. This includes Bitfinex, Binance, Upbit, and KuCoin. A little bit about the token here. The maximum issuance of SEI is set at 10 billion tokens, and a good share of 51% of the SEI tokens are dedicated to the community. So that's a decent chunk. And then a major portion of 48% of the SEI token supply, that's reserved for the ecosystem. And there are staking rewards to be earned. A segment of the SEI supply is also set aside for airdrops, testnet rewards, and programs aimed at swiftly circulating SEI among its users. Notably, 3% of the SEI token supply is designated for the inaugural rewards pool. That's called Season 1. Am I buying or not? As of right now, I see SEI trading at 18.65 cents. This is immediately after its debut. After the listing, of course, we saw a good pump as the pre-listing futures became perpetual swaps upon the listing. So look, with all this, we could see SEI reaching nearly $500 million in market cap, and that's extremely bullish. But I'm holding off right now. There's a lot of exuberance right now. We are up quadruple digits in terms of percentages in the last few hours. I'm not going to chase this. If you got in on this early, congratulations, kudos. I'm going to hold off at least for now. But that being said, I think this could shape itself out to be a pretty good long-term hold.